listening to Tough Tiger Talk Flash Report.
All right, shout out to the Tough Tiger Talk Nation. I am Big Q in this episode of Tough Tiger Talk. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. By all means, feel free to share the show on your social media feed. In this episode, we'll be talking about Coach Kiffin's staff as it currently stands, man. So let's kind of get right on into it. Let's get this going and talk about it. Y'all hit the like button as we get going in this episode of Tough Tiger Talk. Here we go. Staff, and this, of course, is confirmed as what we'll be seeing going into LSU football. Coach Lane Kiffin. Now, this is what we pretty much gathered thus far. Him hired offensive coordinators Charlie Weiss Jr., co-OC tight ends coach Joe Cox, wide receiver coach George McDonald, inside slot receiver coach Sawyer Jordan, quarterbacks coach Dane Stevens, offensive line coach Eric Wolford. Then, of course, on defensive side of it, Blake Baker is retained. You see the defensive line coach Elijah Robinson expected to join. Edge rush coach Kevin Peoples is on the staff. So is secondary coach Corey Raymond and safeties coach Jake Olson. Also, to make mention of South Carolina defensive end, outside linebackers and defensive run game coordinator Sterling Lucas from South Carolina expected to leave the program. That was reported via the Gamecock Central that he would join the program. And of course, just to make note that the Orangeburg native expected to join Lane coach's staff at LSU. Reports also have LSU with a new special teams coordinator, or running a team. Joe Houston is in the special teams role. So Lane Kiffin putting together one hell of a staff. Now, also to make mention of in this graphic is the running backs coach. That is not mentioned is because recently that is just what happened. LSU has added, or rather not, they've added to their team and brought in running backs coach Kevin Smith has been agreed upon today. So Ole Miss running backs coach is joining Lane Kiffin at LSU. This is straight up from Yahoo Sports. Kevin Smith is the latest Ole Miss football assistant to commit to following Lane Kiffin to LSU. The Tigers are expected to hire Smith according to December 21st report from On 3. It comes the day after Ole Miss's win over Tulane, beating Tulane down 41-10 under Pete Golden, who's the new head coach and who was promoted to the head coach after Lane left. Now, Smith was also entering the team facility in the social media video posted by LSU football on the 21st of December. Smith is not alone in making a jump to LSU. Like mentioned, offensive coordinator Charlie Weiss Jr., who coached Ole Miss on December the 20th, will follow Kiffin. Former tight ends coach Joe Cox, wide receiver coach George McDonald, assistant quarterbacks coach Dane Stevens, and slot receiver coach Sawyer Jordan also headed to LSU. Smith is a nice addition for Kiffin's staff. He's in the 5th year at Ole Miss, and he's coached running backs such as Rebels running back star Kawan Lacey and Cleveland Browns fantastic rookie Quayshawn Judkins. Smith was previously at Miami back in 2022. He was with Coach Kiffin back at FAU and was a good player in his own right. So there you go, the running backs coach. Lane Kiffin was being hesitant about who the running backs coach was. Rumor was it was going to be Coach Smith. Ultimately, he kind of held out for that because ultimately it kind of worked itself out because a couple of days ago, LSU's interim coach Frank Wilson is leaving to go to Ole Miss. So we kind of switching running back coaches up. Coach Wilson won't be a part of the new regime. He will join LSU's rival Ole Miss. The report ends weeks of speculation. Where he go? Will he stay? This type of thing. But that led to some thinking that Wilson wouldn't be retained. So after days of no word, he is going elsewhere. Wilson is viewed as one of the top recruiters. He rose through the ranks as a high school coach from New Orleans when he was hired by Coach Kelly back in 2021. It marked his second stint with the team. This will be Coach Frank's second stint at Ole Miss, the place where he got his coaching start. New Ole Miss head coach Pete Golden was an assistant under Frank Wilson when Wilson was the UTSA head coach. So those coaching ties, man, when you're in that brotherhood, you always find a damn job somewhere, won't you? Wilson move only adds to the drama between LSU and Ole Miss. So there you go. Switching coach Frank Wilson with Kevin Smith, it's going, we just switching coaches and just doing whatever we are doing here. So anyway, just to kind of lighten it and talk about the coaching hires, this is from Gamecock Central. It talked about South Carolina expected to lose their defensive end, outside linebacker coach and defensive run game coordinator, Sterling Lucas. Gamecock Central, Chris Clark and Wes Mitchell learned Orangeburg native is expected to join Lane Kiffin's staff. So at this time, it's unclear what his position will be with the Bayou Bengals, but Kiffin retained LSU's edge rusher, Coach Peoples, and defensive coordinator, linebackers coach Blake Baker. So Lucas spent 4 years in Columbia following his hire at 2022. So under his tutelage, South Carolina had 2 all-SEC edge players each of the past couple of years. In 2024, he had SEC Defensive Player of the Year. Kyle Kennard was a consensus All-American and a Bendaric Award winner at the top defensive player in the country. Joining Kennard was freshman All-American and All-SEC performer Dylan Stewart. Stewart again earned All-SEC honors in 25, and senior Brian Thomas Jr. joined him after leading the team with 8 sacks. In addition to strong play from Kennard, Stewart, and Thomas, Lucas has helped coach up several other pass rushers, players like Jordan Birch, who finished his career at Oregon, Jordan Strachan, Gilbert, Tyreek Johnson, all spent at least a little time in the NFL. Even NFL defensive tackles like TJ Sanders and Tonka Hemingway kicked outside, some in the Gamecocks 3-3-5 defense. The Carolina defense nearly set a new program record with sacks in 24 with 41. That number was also tied for 10th best in the college football, and 3 teams ahead of the Gamecocks played 16 games thanks to college football playoff berths. While Lucas on his way out, Coach Beamer will begin an immediate search for his replacement. So this is a big get for LSU. We want to keep them sacks in the development of our defensive line personnel going on strong. So shout out for Lane Kiffin, going and get the best. He got the money and he's spending it correctly. And of course, kind of just to remind people about this hire, about the special teams hire. This was talked about on the 10th of December about Lane Kiffin and LSU hiring prize SEC staffer from Florida amid the changes. Remember, this guy comes over from Napier staff. Napier was fired, of course, but Lane Kiffin didn't wait. LSU Tigers are set to add special teams and analyst Joe Houston to the staff in Baton Rouge. According to Football Scoop, Houston, who spent the last 2 years in Florida under Billy Napier, has multiple stops around the Southeastern Conference during his time on the sidelines. In 2025, Houston was elevated to the special teams coordinator on Napier's staff prior to the Gators relieving their head coach of his duties in October. Savvy hire for Kiffin, where Houston has spent time on staff with the Patriots under Bill Belichick. He was with Nick Saban in Alabama back in 2019, and more across his time in football. Houston is a former All-American kicker at USC. He finished his playing career under Kiffin after starting for Pete Carroll-led Trojans. Once again, those ties. Now he's set to join Kiffin as he assembled a talented staff in Baton Rouge, spearheaded by the return of Blake Baker. So there you go. LSU has also agreed to new deal with Charlie Weiss, and we talked about a lot of this as well and have given you. So as you could tell, LSU's assembling, I ain't gonna say an all-star staff, but a real good bunch of coaches going into this thing. And man, you can only I can't wait, to be honest with you, fam. I know y'all guys looking forward to it, but I can't wait, man. I can't wait to see some real good LSU football coming up soon, man. It's going to be fun. But anyway, that's all I got for you today. Y'all do me a service. Please feel free to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. By all means, feel free to share the show on your social media feed. Tough Tiger Talk, representing the Tiger Nation. If you're a diehard, man, spike that like button, hit the sub button as we keep this thing going. I'm Big Q, and I'm going to holler at you on the next one. We got a report coming up about the transfer portal and the top guys in it. You're going to want to check that one out. That's coming up next. I'm going to holler at you on the flip side. Much love, and go Tigers. Peace.